Man, what time is it? My goodness. Anyways, hello, how you doing? That's it. That's the intro. Okay, here we go. I was at a zoo a couple days ago. That's a lie. I haven't been to a zoo in like 2 years. But I was thinking about zoos, and I actually went to an aquarium recently, and it was really cool because like I went to some big aquarium that they can like hold sharks and stuff, and they're like million-gallon tanks. What I never understood is that aquarium, they were letting people like they were getting rid of some of their fish because it was like overstocked, or they kept getting like new shipments in. I'm like, one, are they like a sanctuary? Like, are they trying to like house these like injured fish or something? And then two, who are they selling like these giant like arowanas and catfish to? I never understood that. Like, it must be either some billionaire that like helps run the aquarium. They're just like, hey, do you want this fish? And the guy's like, no, but I'll just put it in the tank in my house and leave it for 10 years, kind of thing. Like, I never understood that because they were like, I don't, like, could you just walk in and be like, I'd like to adopt a great white shark, please, thank you. Like, you can't do that, can you? And I was thinking about that because zoos, I think, have the same problem. They'll be sitting there with their hundreds of endangered species in their zoo, and they're like, we're kind of overcrowded. We need to get rid of some stuff. It's like, well, yeah, like zoos aren't the best place in the first place, like the best place ever. Like, I don't enjoy zoos. Like I guess aquariums are like similar, but you can always make the argument that like fish are a lot dumber than most aquariums or most other animals, which like I still wouldn't really like put past a fish. But like zoos, like you pay $20 to literally walk in and see like a bear sitting on the ground and then like stares at you. It's like, wow, you're like the 2 millionth person I've seen in my entire lifetime, and I've only ever seen another bear when I was like 2 years old. Like, it's pretty depressing. You're pretty much paying $15 to like listen to like the most depressing therapy session just like from the other room. Like, you're not really like involved. You don't really get to like do anything. Like, I've seen some zoos in like Dubai and stuff. They're like pretty high tech, and they're like playing with the animals, and like they like are like hand on hand kind of stuff. But I would even argue that like one person owning, let's say, a tiger. Let's say Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's a good example. He owned a tiger. Let's say I would argue that one person owning a tiger is better than a zoo owning a tiger, because that one person, as long as they're like trained and they like, or they have people that like will help them, like that tiger will then connect itself to that one person. Like, obviously you'll never be able to tame, like, well, you'll be able to tame, but you'll never really be able to make a tiger or any like big animal like that a pet. Well, it'll be more like a companionship. Like, you can at least like not get eaten as soon as it sees you, kind of a thing. But I would argue that that would be better for like the tiger or the bear or whatever, because they can have like a one-on-one connection with someone. Whereas at a zoo, like, yeah, they'll probably get like a one-on-one connection with like the feeder or like the random person that cleans their cage or like a random doctor. But that's like so many different people. I don't know if they can like even do that. So it's just kind of like, it's weird because like you almost always see people that own some like big ferocious animal, big parentheses over ferocious, like they always seem like it's very like connected to them. But then if like anyone else is near them, it just kind of like just kind of hates them, just like a regular wild animal. And all they're all wild animals at the end of the day. But I was thinking my big solution to fix either zoo overpopulation and make zoos more fun is that one day they'll just take the zoo and they do like a Jurassic Park cage over the top where people can walk, and then they just open all the cages, and it's just a battle royale. Uh, what's the guy who like wrote? Well, what's that guy's name? He wrote the theory of not evolution. I'm looking it up. Hang on. Darwin. Darwin. Jeez, I can't believe I forgot that. Darwin. Like, and you just call it the Darwin Battle Royale, and everyone's standing on top. They watch this, and they just open all the cages. That's all you do. Or you just take all of them, put them in one big cage, and then they just fight it out. And this is as natural as it comes. Like, probably not, because like some tiger's gonna be fighting like a raccoon, which is not really natural. But you know, like, it's all natural death. Like, you don't have to go and like euthanize anything. It's all natural. This is how like the world was intended to work in some sorts. Now, obviously, this would be amazing because you pay $15 to go up on this little ladder, and you get to watch a bear and like a fox just go at it. Like when would you ever see that? Like I bet no one has video of that. No one has video of a tiger fighting an orca. Like no one has that. Like this is an amazing idea. And then like yeah, a couple of them die. Well, you just use them, you butcher them, you put them into food, and you feed them to the animals. And you put all the animals back, and then what's even better is that when all the animals are back, you like heal them up, and they're all good to go, like a gladiator, like fighting for entertainment, like those good old times. And then you just like give them like cool stories, like oh yeah, look at this tiger. Like let's go to the zoo. There's this tiger there that has this giant cut over his eye. Oh, what was that from? Oh, he was fighting a bear. What? Yeah, look, I have it on my iPhone. Like, it'd be so much more interesting for zoos to do that. And it'd just be amazing. Same with aquariums. This is exactly with aquariums. You just take one massive tank, you put all the fish in one aquarium, and you just see what happens. Whether or not they're supposed to be together is not the biggest thing. Like, yeah, you might want to separate like fresh and salt water just so it's a little bit more fair. But you just let them at it, and you just don't feed them, and for like a week, and see what happens. And then you come back, you separate them again, and then you carry on with your life. And it's just so much easier. But yeah, like I think like the ethics behind like obviously this is very unethical, but it's not much more unethical than what they already do at like SeaWorld and zoos and stuff. Like SeaWorld, for example, I was reading something on that they were giving like Valium to their orcas, and like there's all these orcas with big old scars and like missing fins and tails from them like draining their tanks to try to like I don't know like not sedate them but like give them medication, and the orca just starts like freaking out. And they're pretty like dangerous creatures. Like they're like they could probably they take on like sharks and stuff. I'm like, I don't think you should be going over there playing with it. Like, and that's not in your realm of the world. Like you're not a water creature, human. Like, don't be so dumb. And I wonder who would win that. Like if you were to take every single animal in like existence and put it in a room together, like who would win? I would assume probably like a gorilla, like a big silverback gorilla, because like they'll probably be like working to like well no if it's like one of each animal, probably like a big I would guess a big like silverback gorilla would probably win. Like I don't know what could beat like maybe if like a tiger and a bear went at it. I don't know. This would be an amazing thing to happen. And if you like, I would assume if you took let's say you took every single animal known to man, stuck it on like Madagascar, so it's trapped on an island, and they just fought it out, I would guess that big silverback gorillas would win. Or maybe like a hippo. Ooh, actually a hippo might win. But that's more of a water creature, so. Well, not really though, they live on land. I'm dumb. I think a hippo or a gorilla would win. That'd be very interesting. And then whatever animal wins and like all the rest are extinct, that animal just goes into like a crazy high tech stone age. Like, gorillas are pretty much already in the stone age, so they're gonna just gonna keep moving, just keep moving up in the world. Like if an apocalypse happened and you like like and not all the animals were released, but the animals just like got stuck in cages or like stuck in a zoo, so like they all like plan to escape and get out. Like who would like survive over like an apocalyptic world? I would guess probably big animals or like really small, strong animals that just like go and bury themselves and hide. Pretty interesting. I probably wouldn't want to be. I probably wouldn't want it to be a gorilla because if I was in a survival like situation, like let's say it's like a typical survival movie, like you're trapped in let's say Chicago, and there's like just chaos around you. There's cars blowing up. There's people dying. You're like in a grocery store with like one handgun. That's it, and you just see a silverback gorilla walk through the front door and starts looking around for you. Like that would be terrifying. That would be absolutely terrifying. Like I would probably want it to more be like I don't know, maybe like a cat or uh or a guinea pig, like something that I think I could take, not some 800 pound 6'9" gorilla just trotting through the aisles of a grocery store. Like could you imagine this? I'm literally imagining like some scene out of like The Quiet Place and there's just a gorilla just like hunting you. That would be terrifying. Anyways, that's just a thought I had. I thought it was pretty funny. And other than that, there wasn't much else I had thoughts on. I was just thinking that because, like, yeah, I don't like really agree with the ethics of like zoos, but like, at least if they're gonna have zoos, at least make them interesting. I'll pay it if you make them interesting. Yeah, have a good day.